Hello everyone, my name is the Rad Man, and we are here to play some more Farming Simulator 2017. So in this episode, we are going to be working on getting, something that we've needed for quite a while. Now the only problem, one problem I should point out though that I have noticed is I have sold all of the bales. I came on and while the fields were being harvested, I just baled everything really quickly and got that done and over with. Now the problem is that we need to plow again if we want to keep our returns high. So we really probably should upgrade this. The problem is that we can't use a Titan 11, which is 4 meters, and it's almost 2 meters bigger than this one, which is only 3 meters, and that's half of what we are doing right now with our seeder. So it's like, and I mean, it's crazy because this guy, which takes 300 horsepower, is only 6.2 meters. And I guess that is the annoying thing about plows, just in general, is that they're relatively small and they take a lot of power. And if you guys are wondering, well, how would we even use that Lemkin, which is the blue one? What we could do, of course, is upgrade the engine in this guy for $20,000. The obvious problem with that being we don't have $20,000 and then $59,000. We have enough. We could upgrade the engine actually and still have $40,000 left. Give or take 5,000. But we don't have enough that we could, even if we did sell this little plow, which I think will probably sell for about 8,000, even if we do sell this, it won't give us enough money to buy the new plow and have a tractor powerful enough to run it. So I've been trying to decide how we're going to do that. And while I was thinking, I was looking at our crops, and I actually realized something that I hadn't thought about till now. What will happen when we hit 100,000 on any of these? Because I haven't hit 100,000 yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is the initial cap for each thing, is that you have 100,000 per, grain, and then you can buy these other silos, to extend that cap. I have also thought about buying a vehicle workshop, but that's something that if we get it, it would be when we have, when we don't have more pressing concerns. I also did think about getting one of these. The problem is I just don't know how much, I don't know how much water and stuff they use up. I do need to run over to the animals though, because I was looking and these guys are getting a little bit low on water, not too bad though. But yeah, so what I'm basically debating right now is to run this guy over and buy a smaller plow, which would be this one, or sell this one. Let's see. So this one, yeah, this one, we're actually using this one actually. So this one should sell for around $10,000, especially if I repair it, which would be about 75,000. So yeah, we'd have to sell something, and I don't really want to do that, but at the same time, that is a big increase in size. So I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to buy that plow. Let's actually run this guy over to the shop, just so that we can see how much we'll actually get from it. No guessing, because I always look at the prices, except I always kind of forget that you do get a higher price if you take it over to the shop directly. So we'll have him go. Stop. There we go. Oh, get out of the ground, please. Thank you. So yeah, I'll let that get over there. I brought this guy over here and fed these guys a little bit of grass. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, there's like so many great demands, except it's for stuff I don't produce, and I wouldn't be surprised if the fact that I don't produce it is what actually causes the great demand, since I've never sold anything of any like sugar beets or anything to those places. Then again, though, I might be totally overthinking things here. We'll just leave this here. And that guy should be over there by now. No, he's almost there. But one thing that we can actually, that we do have to our advantage now, is we do have the cows and the pigs, which are a constant source of steady income, reliable income. It's not that much, and the sheep, we do have to sell the wool to actually make the money, but we do at least have, enough that we should be able to pay for our, maintenance costs each day, as long as we keep the vehicles maintained. Because I just looked and I had to do about $3,000 worth of repairs on this guy because I hadn't been paying quite enough attention. Let's actually find out what the increase in price is. So let's repair these two. So I just repaired the plow, and it sells direct teleporting. For lack of a better term, it sells for 10,800. How much does it sell directly? 12,900. So we got an extra $2,100 for this thing by selling it directly. So we may as well sell it directly, because we will be getting rid of it either way. I guess the question now is what happens. We will need the more powerful engine. That is something we will need. So we're definitely going to... Okay, so it doesn't change it if you change the tires. I just was curious if it minused money or just kept it, So it does cost us 1,000. So we're going to do that just because we do need that. So 56,000. So we are, of course, crashing. That's great. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm just gonna look. I'm trying to figure out if I can, see what's actually causing this crash, because it always does that. And I'm almost wondering if it isn't this. So we'll deselect that. It's a small change. We're gonna run on just the bare mods that I want. So we don't really need this. We'll keep the Mish station, though, because I do like the Mish station. And if we choose to, we can always, re-enable the mods later if we find out that it's a different mod. I wouldn't be too surprised if it's actually a courseplay thing, just because, we've had issues with courseplay in the past. So let's actually get this guy back on track. Ooh. Farm to shop. There we go. Yeah, so I've actually been recording some of my other series lately. I recorded Assassin's Creed, and I started recording Big Pharma again. And I didn't really make much progress in Big Pharma, but it did kind of help to just relax and play that game for a little bit. Didn't end up recording a full episode of it. And I'm not actually sure if that episode will ever see the light of day, because that game is fun. The problem is its live streaming is probably, its live stream ability is probably the best part about it. And I just, after hitting that data cap, I'm a little hesitant to, do stuff like live streaming, just because of how much internet it can take up. We also have the time. I don't think the time should affect anything, but I guess we'll leave it slowed down for now. Actually, nah. We'll speed it up. Let's actually see what the prices are like, though. Not too good, not too bad. How's wool? Wool is okay. Wool isn't the best. That's fine. Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's get over there. So yeah, so we'll definitely do that. And we did see, I think we were at about 55,000, and it was, what was it, 59,000 for that other plow? Yeah, 59,000. So we only need to sell something worth $4,000. So I think we may as well sell some grain. Let's see if we can see any prices starting to go up. So all the wheat prices except for Mary's Farm are going up. So are most of the other prices. We got the great demand for sugar beets. So then Denton Bakery should get the demand in a second. Because one thing I did want to find out was whether or not great demands are predictable. Like, if you reload a save, are you going to get the same great demand, or is it going to be somewhere else? Because, yeah, ooh, crap, I almost forgot to repair this guy. That added, so 259 added about, yeah, $2,000, so it's worth it. Yeah, so it did exactly what we thought it should, so that's good to know. I'll keep watching these prices. We obviously are going to need more money. Let's save it now, though, because we're gonna still customize this guy. There we go. So let's do this, customize it. We're going to get the increased engine setup, so we'll have 250 horsepower. We needed 240 to run that plow. Double check, because I'll feel really stupid if that wasn't. Yeah, 240. So we're actually good, and there might even be, I think we can even get like a more powerful sewing machine with this tractor. Uh-oh. So before we customize this again, we'll put this here, and we'll put the time down to 1. I don't think that would cause problems, but I don't know. And if we can't find a way to get this to work, we are royally screwed. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mayday, mayday. Help. Help, we're dead. Well, this is an odd occurrence. I think the game has crashed. I hope my recording software hasn't. Cause it's still showing me that the camera's on, but nothing's happening. Alt tab out. Ooh. We are seriously crashed. I can't alt tab out. I'm gonna see if the recording will shut down and if I can fix this. I don't know. I'm speechless. I'll be right back. Hello, guys. Benny, you're asleep on my leg, dog. My chihuahua's asleep on my leg. Yeah, I don't know what on earth you guys are going to be seeing right now. Oh! I'm not exactly sure what you guys are seeing, but I found the file. I'm able to get the folder where, you know, all my stuff is saved from this series. And for some reason my dual screens aren't exactly working. The only thing I can think of is to unplug the one that's freaking out from the computer. So I'm just gonna say wish me luck. Obviously I can't record it because any type of like reformatting the screens really messes with this computer. But yeah, I'm just trying to find my flashlight, and if I can't find it, I do have a phone, so that works too. But this episode's becoming, I guess I should move this so that I can actually talk into it. Yeah, this episode's becoming less and less of a farming simulator episode and more of a what on earth just happened, because I've had, let's see, farming simulators crashed twice. And by the way, if you can see my main screen, you'll basically see really blown up versions of everything. because basically what happened is I alt-tabbed out of it, and now the main screen won't refresh, and like I can move my mouse around and do stuff with the programs on that screen, but I can't actually interact with the programs that are open on it. So, like for instance, if I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I'm basically getting my display settings, and they open up here, but I can't interact with them. And Deskscapes is supposed to have a thing that lets you move it over automatically to the other screen, except that I can't get it. Its key binding is like the oddest thing I've ever seen. It says to move it to to the next monitor, you do Control plus Win plus X, and I don't know if my Windows key is busted or what. I think it might actually be, because I did have one key besides this Windows key that came unhooked. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just that. But basically, I'm gonna have to try unplugging the monitor, and this might be the Farm Sim episode for today. How to deal with a really stupid computer. Anyway, guys, though, I'll be right back. I'll let you guys know what happens, because this could be very interesting. Okay, guys. Holy cow. I don't know. I really don't anymore. I guess let's try deselecting that, because I'm wondering, it might be having an issue when we're refreshing the vehicle or something. I don't know. That is really weird, though, because, like, usually I can just alt-tab out of it and wait for the game to close. But since I didn't actually tell it to close, I don't think it would have ever closed, because it seemed to be... Why on earth are all these up so high? Yeah, it was such a high volume that, like, I don't know what on earth was going on, but it definitely was not working. So I guess we'll try one more time. I do have my task manager, so I can force kill it if I need to. Let's try though. Holy cow. Okay, get in it, drive it off. Did it work? Yes! Holy cow, I'm coughing now, but I think it worked. We now have a more powerful tractor. We're going to save the game. So I guess it was vehicle-less the entire time. I don't know, I guess we'll just have to... I don't know, I guess the life lesson is, if you're going to spawn in a vehicle, have enough money to get the upgrades too. But yeah, I'll activate it when I reload the save next. Since I'm kind of shaken and I kind of need a drink, I'll be right back. Hello everybody, I am back. So I went and got a drink, reset my computer. For some reason it messed around with my screen resolution, which was really weird. So I turned back up the screen resolution, and that's fixed. So now I think what I decided to do is I think we're going to sell some wheat, because wheat is what we have the most of, and while it won't make us a ton of money, it should make us at least enough money to afford, I think it was, we need like 3,000 or 4,000 more, and I think we get about 10,000 every time we sell something. There we go. I was just gonna say, and of course it's loading slowly since I'm, you know, waiting for it to load. Let's slow down time actually. Another option I guess is this might have actually got done by now. Wrong thing. Let's see. Yeah, because wheat prices are on the rise, so I guess we'll speed up time, and then once wheat prices either stabilize or are on the fall, we'll quickly sell as much as we can. We'll get one load of it ready though, just in case. Good. Stop, load that, and let's watch. So, right now the best place is Maplefield Mill. I think we'll just sell it there, because even if the prices are going up at other places, I can't see a reason not to. So let's save the game just in case and load the Maplefield Mill. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot it's train. I'm like, what? Where's the Maplefield Mill? Oh yeah, you have to go through the train. Duh. There we go. And of course, it's trying to do that. Because why wouldn't it be? I mean, it's obvious, right? You just go crazy, I guess. I don't know. And go. Okay, good. So I guess we'll just wait over at the farm shop. I'll unhook that. I guess refuel this while it's sitting there. I haven't had to refill the skid loader yet. I'm gonna have to refill this guy soon though, and since we're gonna be selling stuff, we'll do this. And I think I might have even gotten the train ready. Oh, I just went to like edit the vehicle list and then I remembered, oh wait, I don't have that mod installed anymore. I'll need to reactivate it and see if it works properly. It should work. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't work all of a sudden. Okay, need to go back just a little because I want to load that big one. Okay, so this one doesn't have any wheat yet, so obviously this guy just got here. Let's see if it can hold all 96,000, because that is my one problem with wheat, is that it's really annoying if you sell it in really small quantities. Looks like our cows are doing good. Oh, I was gonna say, I think we're actually pretty close. Yeah, we're like 29 minutes away from a new sheep, and we're still a few days away from a new cow. So we might go run over to the sheep farm. While we're waiting for that course to run though, we'll do this, and I still haven't decided like how much of that video of me trying to fix my computer I'm gonna include. But basically, as a recap, since there's gonna be some things I just either couldn't or didn't explain. Basically, I'm pretty sure what was happening was that the vehicle list was getting screwed up because of the way that it, handles you changing the in-game vehicles and customizing them, and somehow that was causing major issues. But it looks like it's fixed, so that's good. Really? I guess these guys are full on feed. I thought that. Yeah, that's weird. They should be accepting it, but they're not. So, I don't know. Who am I to judge my animals? Let's get on this map. We'll fast travel over to the sheep real quick. Just to check up. Okay, so we do not have the fourth thing yet, because I'm interested to see what'll happen when we get to 75% on this. If it's gonna spawn in the fourth one, and then at 100 it's gonna be a new pallet, or if once you hit 100% you're done. Because I wouldn't be surprised if they only made it spawn in one pallet, then expect you to move it when it gets close to full. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do it like that. You can never tell with them. Let's see, how much do we have left? So we have 48,000 left. I don't really want to cut though, because I really have not gotten anything done today. I've been sick though, that's why. Also it's Sunday, and I tend not to do, not that much on Sunday anyway. But since I've been sick, I just haven't gotten anything done. Oh, one thing, if you'll notice, that I didn't actually notice was we do need to go buy, more of these. So I'll have to keep that in mind with our budget. I'm actually wondering if the price isn't going to fluctuate too much. Let's actually hop over here, visit here, and then we'll save just in case, because I'm going to speed up time and we're going to watch this new cow. So if that's not at 696, we'll have to just unload the save. Okay, let's get over here. So 696 in. Well, it might have been. Yeah, it already got spawned in. And I think that they had 73.5 hours, so that's roughly taking off about 5 hours at a time. So hopefully these guys should be down around 145. Unless it takes off more hours when you're higher, we'll just have to watch those guys. But let's speed down time and make sure. Yep, still 696. That's kind of what I had figured would happen. Because the Maplefield Mill tends to be, a really stable place. That's why we tend to sell to it so much, is because it is such a stable place to sell to. I had considered also selling this, but then I saw that that's actually corn, not the one I was looking at. We could also sell, sunflowers. They actually have pretty competitive prices, all except for barley. Denton Bakery definitely beats them on barley, though. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna talk about what we're gonna do after we buy the plow, which will have to be next episode because of the amount of mess ups that we've had during this episode. What we're gonna do for that episode is probably look into getting enough. That's the wrong category. Getting enough money for a semi, because we don't need much. It just would be nice to, get rid of the dolly, because if we buy this for 124,000, we can also, one second. Sorry about that. We could also get this or this. They're very similar. This one does hold 12,000 more, though. So we could look into getting one of these to make our, our lives easier, basically. And then, obviously, at that point, we'd look into getting these guys. Except I'm pretty sure you need a pretty large tractor to pull those. Or the other thing that we do need to do, actually, I almost totally spaced it, is we do need to get a slurry tanker if we're going to get those solar panels. Those are not solar panels, those beehives. Not beehives! The greenhouses. If we're going to get greenhouses, we do need to get either this guy. So here's the weird thing. I know that this guy would work for sure. I think I'm also missing a mod. Oh yeah, because I deactivated IT runner. I think this would also work. I know this would work for sure. I know this. I don't know. I'm wondering if these can actually offload onto structures, because if so, that's 12,000 and it's not that expensive. But on the other hand, though, I also don't know the rate at which those buildings consume fertilizer and water, because if they consume too much water, we might actually have to set up a water course to keep everything supplied. Though I will admit that I am impressed with how much I haven't had to refill that water trailer yet. Of course, it was quite expensive to fill it up, but I haven't had to refill it yet. Same with that fuel trailer. And I'm really missing that vehicle sort mod. Okay. Let's see. So are you gonna get another full load? Oh, you're gonna be close. So, now I guess the debate is, Is it worth 6,000 wheat? I'm just going to go out on a limb and say no. So the plan is now, we're going to stop this guy. Somehow, like, I don't know how, but I just noticed on my camera preview that usually you guys can see a little more of my hair than right now. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Oh, also, I did discover something that I didn't know before, and that's about the, I believe it's about the 20 seconds at the end of most major YouTube channels, like, where they have, like, suggested video, subscribe, blah, 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 3 other things. I didn't actually know that that's a feature that YouTube has built into it, so I'm going to be starting to do that, and I think what I'll do is I'll have a subscribe button, just because that way, you know, it's relatively unobtrusive. I'm definitely gonna make a new outro though, a full 20-second outro. So I'll be getting rid of the one I'm using now, but I'll be using a full 20-second outro to take advantage of the time limit that they give you for those, which is 20 seconds. If you hadn't picked up on that, that's why. Oh, wrong button. But yeah. So I'll be using that, and I'll probably also, I'm trying to think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like 2 or 3 series that I just promote, and then I'm debating trying to use cards to do the next video in a series, but where my videos now aren't formatted for that, it'll probably be at the start of new series. An old series will probably be formatted a different way, so that eventually, you know, either when Farm Sim Season 2 comes around in a few months, or when, you know, something else happens to make me restart a series or start a new one, like when, holy cow, what's it called? Watch Dogs 2. Like when Watch Dogs 2 comes out, that would be a good example of a time where the entire series is going to follow a set format. And maybe not necessarily the episodes. I do try and, you know, follow a format in my videos. But I figure that if I go off, it's not that big a deal. 'Cause it doesn't bug me that much. It's just more to make them easier to edit and stuff, which, you know, it's like 5 extra minutes of editing. It's not that much. But yeah, so basically what I'd be doing is the end of the videos would all have the same outro. I think it'll be very similar to the way that the intro's done, except that in front of it, there would either be probably previous video, maybe like a random video where I'll just link a video on the channel, and then the next video. The only thing about next video is I will have to remember to go in after I post the next video and obviously, you know, add that, because those type of things are what I'm very bad at remembering to do. So we'll sell that, and I'll keep rambling. And then obviously a subscribe button, and I think that they allow you 5 things, and I think that would be good right there. Wow, that was that wasn't even a voice crack. That was just my mouth wanting to say something, and my brain wanting to say, well, we made $58,000, which, you know, it's like, that's almost $100,000 worth of wheat, or not 100,000 worth, it's almost 100,000 wheat. So wheat is roughly per, like, ton, or tonne, or I'm not sure which ton this game measures in, whether it's T-O-N-N-E or T-O-N, but I think of it as T-O-N. Basically, we're barely getting over 1,000. Actually, we're barely getting over $500 a ton, because if we had sold 100,000, I'm thinking about this in like 2 different measurements. Basically for 100,000, if we were making, what would it be? 100,000 liters. If we were making $500 per 1,000 liters, we would be making we'd be making 50,000 for 100,000. So we're probably making, what are we actually making? Yeah, I don't know how they do the conversions. I can't do that type of math. I don't know why. Like, there's some types of math I'm okay at. There's some I'm good at. That is obviously not one of them. But yeah, let's go, and we're gonna save because that was, quite a bit of waiting. It'd be a shame if it didn't work out. Let's get our plow though. The Lemken Titan 11. Kaboomy. And looks like everything has gone good. So I think what we're gonna do now actually is do something that I should have done, which is we're gonna get over here, and we're gonna come stand over over here actually, because this is where the water trailer is. And if you can't tell, my voice is cracking. Actually, it's not cracking, it's just really dry. My throat is so dry. But let's see if this will work. It's really random because my throat will recover, then it'll dry out, then it'll recover, then it'll dry out. But where we have the water sitting over here, I think we're going to save the game. That's the wrong mode entirely. We're going to save the game with the plow, and we're going to do an experiment with the placeables. We'll probably just get tomatoes because I like tomatoes better than lettuce. And they do make the same. They're exactly the same. One's just tomatoes. So they are actually a good sized structure. Is there any way... Is there like any indicator of where we'll need to actually give them the stuff? So I would guess it's on this side. So I would guess that for that to be the best, is there any way to get that to actually level off? Because that's not even remotely level over there. And I can't put it on a field I don't own. Okay, these trees are in the way. So I guess we'll rotate it like this and just try and get it on a somewhat level surface up here. So we'll try putting it there, and like I said, if this doesn't work, we can always unload the save. And then let's see if just the basic slurry tanker can actually offload to that, because I'm obviously not going to start using, slurry as fertilizer. I mean, I could do that, and, if I had a ton of cows, I would do that. But on the relatively small scale that we are, it's not really going to work, because the cows don't produce that much of it, and I find that even when I did have the option to go over to mostly slurry, what would end up happening is I'd use up all of it within like 1 or 2 fertilizings. Now, keep in mind this was on Bjornholm. No, not Bjornholm. Sosnovico. It was on Sosnovico. Keep that in mind. And I think I screwed that placeable up so badly. But yeah, it was on Sosnovico, and it was running like over half the fields, or somewhere around half the fields. I shouldn't say over half the fields because it wasn't quite that much. So we'll get that. Good. And that is, so our cows over 2 days have produced 2,600 liters of manure. I don't even know if that's measured in liters, but I just said it because, it sounds so scientific to say. Our cows have produced 2,600 liters. So we should see, I don't see an option to do that. I don't. I see, like, information. Like, I can see it telling us what the stuff is, but I don't see, this accepting it out of this, which is, it's what I had figured would happen. Let's just make sure it's not a height thing, though, because it could be a height thing, too. So we'll go grab the water real quick and try that, too. And just in case, we're not going to save, so I'm not going to refill that, because we only have a little bit of water. That would give us, though, so this is 21% of a trailer. How close? Ooh, so we have to get way up here. But we do have the refill option. I just noticed it's right below detaches refill. So. Okay, so it does hold a ton more. Like, 21% of this is quite a high percentage of the greenhouse. Oh, you can actually come in the greenhouse. That's cool. So I'm guessing right now that this is probably either at half production or no production. What's this? Is this like... Is this the water? I am so confused because this is looking like more like this is where the manure goes. It is liquid manure, right, that it wants? I can't see that. I can't turn off my camera. But yeah, it does say manure fill level 00. I don't know, that's actually really weird. How much does it cost for the big guy? 45,000. Oh, so we can't actually test that. I'll probably just test this off camera, to be honest. I'm also thinking that this guy could work, just because it looks like it does function as a tanker, though you can buy this to make it into a spreader. But I'll have to test that off camera, so I'm going to call that the end to this episode, because I'll have to quit out of this world to make sure that I don't have a greenhouse. I'll probably also go into one of my test worlds with nothing in it except for, I'll probably even sell the starting vehicles, and I'll have a test world, just dedicated to studying stuff like these greenhouses and stuff. But anyway, guys, that was a really weird... Oh, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Okay, guys, so for those of you who may have been face palming at the end of this episode, just know that I did just look it up and... Oh, I feel like an idiot. The way that you make those work, by the way, is you put solid manure in them, and you have to actually dump it in. That's where I was going wrong, was they don't use liquid manure. That's what I thought the tank was for. That's the water tank, and then you dump manure in. So we'll probably be buying a few of those and putting them near the cow farm so they can use up the manure. I still don't know whether they only run at like half efficiency if there's no manure, or whether they just don't run at all. I'll have to find that out, but that of course would be for, if we're relying only on those to use up all of our manure. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.